Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to another day of Animal Crossing. Today is, I guess you can say, a re-record of a day of Animal Crossing. I ended up corrupting the footage, and it, in turn, couldn't be used anymore. So hey there, everyone. Welcome back to a re-record. How you doing? I don't remember what I was talking about previously. I know it was something related to D&D. It was something interesting, but not something wholeheartedly interesting to talk about completely again. There's a new product coming out for it, which I'm very excited, but, we could talk about that a little bit later, but... okay, you flower breeders out there, right? I'm calling out all you flower breeders. I cannot, for the life of me, get a green mum. I cannot, for the life of me, get a green mum at all. Apparently, there is a 20% chance of a green mum being bred via this. Whoop, excuse me. TikTok on. I'm opening up an app currently right now, so I could look at the statistics. So I got the stats. Let's see. Are they sparkling? Are most of them sparkling? I don't believe so. No. No, most of these aren't watered. Okay, so I'll water them. Let's see here. Go to the Play Store? No. I will not. This app wants to be updated 24/7. Jesus. Let's see. We want... Where are they at? Mums. Click on the mummy button. Alright, so red and white make pink. You know, there's a 100% chance of that being made. We got white and white make purple. We got red and yellow make yellow. And then yellow and yellow make green, but that's a 6.25% chance. And then yellow and yellow make purple. For a 25% chance, and then a purple and purple make green for a 25% chance. So I have not had any good luck regarding all this. Also the same with this, too. I'm trying to make purple over here. Let's see, that's a hyacinth. Is a hyacinth? I think it's a hyacinth. I'm gonna call them hyacinth. Let's see, we got a red and yellow make an orange, 50%. Red and a white make a pink. We got white and white make blue. I'm like breeding blues like crazy, so I actually lucked out on that. Orange and orange makes purple. And then blue and blue make purple. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. So just to show you, turn on my cam, right? It was like, oh, those came from flowers. Those came from bags. Those came from bags, and then star? What does that mean? Star? And then the blue ones they have like a little island image on it. And I don't know what that means. And it doesn't explain it at all. There's like there's no explanation of what that means in the app. Like, what the heck? It's dark right now because I don't want to have the lights on. But maybe that's the reason? Maybe that's the reason. I am doing, I guess you can say, the hard way of getting a purple one, right? I just want purple ones so I can make the lights. I really like the lights, and I want to put them around my town. You're able to make the... Where's it at? DIY. I think I ended up saving it. No. Let's see. Let us search in series. Let's see. I'll be able to find it much faster. Flowers. Where art thou flowers? This. I want to make this. And I don't got no purpose anywhere. Get out of here. Let's see. Maybe I'll start asking around. Start asking around the block. I know at least one of them. I know at least one of my comrades in arms has rare flowers up the wazoo. Hey, I gotta take a break sometimes. Partying's tiring. Of course it is. Of course it is. So, there was this D&D story that I ended up reading. Right? I read it on the TG board. Like Beardia usually kind of reads it every once in a while. But I think I read this one on the D&D memes? I'm not exactly sure. It was talking about a DM's experience, DMing a party full of women and a party full of males. Right, and I guess this is going to be talking about, I don't know if it's gender norms, but I guess it's the way that we treat people within a sense. There's also a meme that goes along with this. If you think, like, and it's kind of funny because I find this kind of true. Let's see, hello, Willow. How you doing, Gold Star? I was just thinking how lovely it would be to see you, you know. What's the latest? How you faring? You know, I hope aerial life is everything you hoped it to be. I'm going to give you something. I love you. You've been here so long. Not as long as Coco. Like, you've been here since episode 32 or 33, if I'm not mistaken. You have an episode titled after you, which people comment on and tell me that it's cringy. Because in the beginning of the episode, I was like, "What's up, gamers? How you guys doing?" Right? I did, like, the old school YouTube call-out. Coveralls with arm covers. This looks like something Vladimir would wear. Vladimir, my dearest boy. A throwaway from a town known as Sharon's. Yeah, I still haven't gotten over being sick, so I kind of took that out. I took out the coughing. I cut out coughing, but I don't have this. I don't have headaches, and I don't have a fever anymore. It's wonderful. It's wonderful when you're sick, like day by day, how things change. Oh my God! Great polka docky mukukuki. A meme shirt. Oh boy. I believe the only person that I seen out here was Sky, and Sky doesn't look like she'll get a meme shirt. Don't worry, I remember what I was talking about. I'm just, you know, dealing with what they were doing. Have fun, Air Meryl. Yeah, let's see, I already shook the stuff out of the tree today. I guess I'll water these for whatever it's worth. I was listening to a DM talking about how he, you know, DM'd a all-girl group and the difference from a all-boy group. Just kind of talking about it. Let's see, we got blue roses. Blue roses are super rare. Holy fuck, they're super rare. A 1.6 chance of them showing up. And I had that happen. Jesus fucking Christ. And he noticed that with he could have the males, you know, put their guard down when they have like a cute female NPC. But with the females, he noticed that that wasn't the case. Now, I could tell you that isn't really the case in my game. Because my players don't really fawn over characters, I guess you can say. Unless they're small boys. Jesus Christ. I think mine are a little bit different, right? Except they thought 2 out of the 3. Actually, I think all of them thought Tiamat was hot, which is true. True, I found an extremely attractive picture of a dragon lady. She was actually naked in that picture. I think I'll have it. I'll post it. I'll post just the face. I will post. I believe she's naked in this picture. I may not have it anymore because it may be during the time when I lost everything, but hopefully I'll find it. I believe I saved it somewhere. But I find it kind of interesting because I remember in the other D&D game I played, it was, you know, it was 3 guys and one chick, which was someone's sister. And I remember, like, straight up, like, this dude's sister, he's like, "I don't trust this bitch." And we're like, "What are you talking about? Like, she's sweet, she's giving us free things." He's like, "I don't fucking trust this bitch." I was like, we're like, "We have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. You're being a fucking hater. This lady is a beautiful little crumpet, right?" Yeah, guess what? She was fucking evil, and she figured it out all the time. And I don't know why. She just had like a bad intuition about it. And I find that interesting. And then I see other D&D games where the other stories of D&D games where we just see people just be horny for every character. Ah, yes, a female guard. Yes, choke me out. Ah, yes, the female leading guard. Choke me out, please. I don't know. It's interesting. I find it interesting because when I worked in the food industry, in the back of the kitchen, we always treated the female servers really, really nice, right? So much so that it was close to being babied. And sweet talking them, just being like overtly nice. And the male servers, we really didn't give a fuck about. They're like, oh, I accidentally made a mistake. It's like, no problem, no problem. You know, it was like, that just means we could, like, we can eat it, right? There's no issue with that. The guy makes a mistake. He's like, what the fuck's wrong with you? I don't know. It's just something that I've noticed, and I find it interesting. And I wanted to bring it up. And I like bringing up weird, interesting things like that. Even though it's sexist. Hey there, cutie. How you doing? No way, I was totally thinking that. I wish I could talk to Dumpling right now. Let's talk. Look at me. I'm so on-trend, lacy tank. Oh my gosh, what if I look so fab that I end up on the cover of Miss Nintendo... D&D just released, Wizards of the Coast, which is the people who control like magic and D&D, if I'm not mistaken. They are releasing a new book, which I'm very excited for D&D, and it appears like, you know how I was talking about how the races and stuff was like being brought up continuously over and over. They are making changes to the races. Now, I've seen this a long time ago. They aren't making... I don't think they're making any story changes to the races currently, because, honestly, you have to, like, rewrite everything from, like, way, way back when, and to be completely honest with you, most people don't know the fucking lore. They just say, Drow is black people, orcs are black people, under gnomes are black people. Why? Because their skin's black. I was like, well, okay. Tieflings are black people. Like, people are just crying out for that over and over, and I don't see it. I just don't see it. It just seems like they're trying to change something that doesn't need to be changed. But hey, that's just me, right? Well, they're gonna be. I think they're gonna be changing the way the races are played. So in D&D, right? It's a numbers game. You got a 1 through 20 system. You know, if you have a ability score in 20, like my strength is 20, that's like maxing it out in an RPG video game, right? You get all these modifiers, you get the max possible modifiers you can get. And when you pick a race, sometimes if you pick a race, you'll have races that are predisposed who are just naturally good at things. So let's say you pick a Goliath, right? They get a +2 to strength, and I think they get like a +1 to wisdom or something like that, or they get like a -2 to wisdom. I don't, something along those lines. But one big one people really didn't like is that kobolds, goblins, and orcs, they get negatives to their stats, and I believe it's to their mental and physical stats. Kobolds, I believe they get a -2 to their strength because they're a small rat, like, really weak race that's, you know, that's made to be dominated, right? They're made to be dominated. They're a follower race. They like being dominated, which is weird. Which I have that in my D&D game, but I have it more in a funny way. Right? It's not really sexual. It's just that they look towards a leader and they want to do work for them. They want to worship. They're like a worker race, right? They're like a hive mind, I guess you can say. They're like ants. If you think about ants, the way ants work, they're like that, right? And anyone could be the queen. Like queen. Like the Uganda knuckle meme? Like kobolds. That's just kobolds. And then we have goblins, you know, they're small, goblinoid race. I believe they also get a -2. I think they get a + to dex and a -2, you know, strength. And then the big one people really didn't like was orcs. You know, they get really big + to strength, and they also get an ability where they can't fucking die, which is kind of crazy. And then, but they get a negative to their intelligence, stating that orcs are dumb, in which, you know, that's a stereotype that has been kind of like, that's an archetype, excuse me, not a stereotype, that's an archetype that's been kind of like thrown around for a long time, like orc dumb, orc no understand, right? You know, a thing like that. Like orcs have been portrayed as like cavemen for the longest time, and people don't like that because they're like, I want an orc who can cast spells really well, which really doesn't matter in the end, because you can still get the 20 even though if you roll really bad, and it lessens your intelligence score. And intelligence is tied to spellcasting. And I know people were throwing a fit over it. I see it as just like the way the game is, as in that's just what they did to just kind of like balance out the races, because the races are all completely different. Not everyone's built equal at all, and that's what like one of the coolest parts of I think D&D is interesting, is that not everyone's built differently. Excuse me, not everyone's built the same. Everyone's built completely differently. And they're like these kind of weird societies that end up blending in and becoming one with one another. And I think it's really cool. And I think it's okay for the races to be different. But people obviously don't want that. So what they're doing, they're actually changing it up and making it so there aren't negatives. They're making a different, they're giving us different class options, which is really interesting. So I'm wondering what it is, because if you really want to get down to it, if you want to be a spellcaster, becoming a like high elf, like choosing to be high elf, is like the best thing you could possibly do. You get like I think 2 spells off the back that you just know, right? You're just born with it. Like elves are like kind of like handed a lot of things, but that's just because, you know, they're responsible for creating pretty much majority of the magic in the world, I guess you can say, by the lore, I think. So it's kind of interesting. I really don't have any problem with it. It's alternative play rules. I know how it feels when you closing the door on me, huh? You closing the door? Oh wait, no. Oh, I never seen that before. Alternate play rules, which are fine. I have no issues with that. The book is also going to be... So when they do these extra books, they actually write them after characters. Excuse me. Different characters. They have them... How do I say this? So characters in the lore. Like, there's characters who spells, right? Who has spells named after them. And this one's named after Tasha. And Tasha's hideous laughter is a spell. Excuse me. What is going on? I can't climb here? Okay. I was like wondering. I was like, why the fuck can I climb here? Tasha's hideous laughter is a, like, I believe it's a 1st level spell. It does psychic damage. It does like a decent amount of damage. And it's gonna be based off a witch, and she's gonna be talking about everything related in the book. It's Tasha's guide to everything or something like that. Tasha's thoughts on everything or something. It was something along those lines, and it's pretty much like, looks like a basic witch, like in brown, the cover, which I think is kind of lame. It's just a lame ass witch. I thought she would look cooler, but nope, it was wrong. And it's gonna give her thoughts on the world as it is in D&D. And what she thinks and what she believes and whatever it may be. And I don't know what her personality is going to be. Because Xanathar, its guide to everything, was the supplemental book before that. Before this one. And Xanathar was a fucking asshole. Xanathar was not cool. He was not a cool guy. He was not a nice person. He was sketchy. You don't fucking trust him. A lot of people ran D&D games where they helped Xanathar because they kind of fleshed out his character through journal entries of how he talked about specific creatures. You fucking don't trust that bitch. Literally don't trust that bitch. You wake up with your kidney gone. So I'm wondering how she's gonna be. Is she gonna be a loving witch? Are we gonna play to people who are like, give me female mommy?
Give me female mommy. I need female mommy. Female mommy.
Oh, hey Luna, what are you doing today?
Female mommy, give me milky.
Yep, okay. Okay then. Interesting.